Okay, just whenever you're ready.
Welcome back to the Pillar Podcast. My name is Mac, but you already know that. And today we have a very special guest. Hello, Rain.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rain, and I'm here to talk about whatever Mac is interviewing me about.
So, would you say you're an anime fan, Rain?
I am an anime fan. I've grown up watching it. I've watched over 30 series. I'd say I'm pretty good at anime watching.
So, would you like to list off a few animes you like?
I love One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, just to name a few.
What's your favorite?
One Piece.
Ooh, definitely. Then let's start with that, alright? Who is your favorite character in One Piece, and why?
My favorite character in One Piece would definitely have to be Roronoa Zoro. He has epic design. He uses 3 swords, which is a very unique way of using a weapon, and he has very good character building and personality.
So, are you caught up in One Piece?
I am caught up in One Piece. I've watched, I think it's around 1,200 episodes now. I've watched it honestly twice. Very good. I've loved the anime.
So, are you caught up on the manga too, or just the anime?
No, I don't read manga, sadly.
I see. Now, out of all those amazing arcs, which one's your favorite?
My favorite arc, there's so many good arcs in One Piece. But if I had to choose one, I'm just going to be basic here and say everybody's favorite, Marineford. I love all the impactful deaths in the arc. I love everything about it. And there's just so much going on that's building and building for the next chapters of One Piece, and so good.
So would you say that's the most important arc in your opinion?
One of the most important arcs. There's also really important arcs for emotional character building, like Enies Lobby, and Wano was definitely important because Luffy gained Gear 5, obviously.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, let's go on to that part you said about emotional building, right? The character that...
Yeah.
Which character do you think has the saddest backstory in One Piece?
I think the character that has the saddest backstory would be one of the Straw Hat Pirates, Robin. She and everybody around her was killed. Well, she wasn't killed, but everybody around her was killed, and she's the last of her kind, and she has a bounty on her head, and everybody's hunting her down just because she can read Poneglyphs and she's of a certain race, which is very sad.
That is very sad.
Yeah.
And lastly, how do you feel about the pacing in One Piece? Because some people said it's kind of bad, it's kind of too dragged out,
I think the pacing in One Piece isn't horrible because I get to watch 1,000 episodes of my favorite show.
Yeah,
but in some spots, it can get very, very boring. Like in Dressrosa, all the events of Dressrosa took place in one afternoon. But in the anime, it took over 100 episodes to complete Dressrosa. And Wano took 250 episodes, basically. Very long. But I also think there is some longer arcs that are 50 episodes, like Skypiea and Alabasta, that are really good and use their time wisely.
I see. Then let's move on from One Piece, okay? Let's go to... You like Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
Yeah, I like Jujutsu Kaisen. I'd say it's not in my top 5 of favorite anime, but definitely in the top 10.
Alright, let's start with the age-old question. Who do you think should have won, Sukuna or Gojo?
Gojo, he's way stronger. But then you have Sukuna, way smarter. And Sukuna uses his smarts to beat Gojo in the manga. And, well, not in the anime yet, but that animated fight's going to be sick. I think Gojo, in terms of raw physical strength, can beat Sukuna, all 20 fingers, and Mahoraga. But Sukuna just simply outsmarts Gojo. Gojo's a very good fighter, but he doesn't have the intellectual capability that Sukuna has. And Sukuna used that in the manga and anime to kill him.
I see. So, when you said Gojo was lacking the smarts there, do you think he would have won if he were taking the whole thing serious?
Absolutely. If he was taking it seriously, if he was using his full power when he should have, if he wasn't messing around like he would right before he died, he was messing around, he would have won that fight.
Who do you think deserved to win in the final showdown?
Honestly, Sukuna, he's smarter. He played it better. He played his cards way better.
I see. Let's go to more the character route. Who do you think is the worst character in the show, for any reason whatsoever?
The worst character in the show. There's a lot of good characters, but Megumi is ultimately the worst character. He had one really cool scene where he had his domain expansion, not to its full capabilities, of course, but his domain expansion. And after that, he was just a laughing stock. He got smacked, destroyed, and like beaten up so many times. He even tried to summon Maharug against Toto. Like, come on, Megami.
So for the non-JJK watchers out there, would you like to explain who Toto is?
Toto is a really big bullet guy. He doesn't go to the same school as Itadori, the same like sorcerer school.
Mhm.
He goes to the other one, and he and Itadori had a complicated relationship at the start. Itadori's the main character, of course. Everybody knows that. And then they were a complicated relationship. Itadori said some things that Toto really liked, and they became best friends. So Toto is basically just a really nice side character who's in a few battles that is best friends with Itadori.
All right. And who's your favorite character in JJK?
Definitely Itadori. He does have that classic annoying anime voice, but he has a lot of depth to his character. He's just super cool. He wins a lot of fights. Very cool animation, which just makes him better. And yeah,
Are you caught up in the sequel of JJK Modula?
nope, don't like it.
Any reason for that?
Aliens doesn't make sense. They should have just ended the show. Honestly, I know you didn't ask this question, but I'm just gonna explain it. The way they ended the show, or the manga rather, was really stupidly fast. I did not enjoy it. So
Like rushed?
yeah, they should have never made that sequel and just had a longer, better ending.
I see. So you're saying that you think that Modulo series kind of like tries to compensate for the bad ending that it had?
Yeah, I think so. And I think Gege just also wanted to make another anime, but he didn't really. He's not doing a good job.
Yeah. So, out of all the cool moments in the manga and the anime itself, which one had the most aura?
Oh, the most aura. All right. That is when Gojo used, I think, just under a 2-second domain expansion. Was it?
Yeah, it was point two, I think. Yeah.
Oh, a 0.2 second. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was facing some enemies, and the enemies were, oh, you can't use your domain expansion without killing all the civilians here. But there was also a monster killing those civilians.
Mhm.
So he used a domain expansion for 0.2 seconds to kill all the monsters, and that allowed the civilians not to be hurt by his domain expansion, only just have some temporary effects, and he saved the day, and he gained so much aura.
I see. Now, let's move on to another anime that I think you're quite familiar with. You know Pokemon?
I do know Pokemon. I love Pokemon.
Would you say it's like a pretty influential anime for you?
Number one.
I see. Who's your favorite Pokemon and why?
I love Deoxys. Deoxys has a speed form, he has a defense form, he has an attack form, and he has a base form. He is so versatile. He can do everything, and he's just a cool design. He looks like DNA. And yeah, Deoxys.
I see. Now, you know about the legendary trios, right? In each little region.
Yeah, I just don't know their names, but I know the trios themselves.
If you were to pick one trio to be by your side, what would it be?
The Weather Trio. Everybody would choose the Weather Trio.
Yeah.
You have Rayquaza, the god of the sky, and then you have Groudon, the god of earth,
Yep.
and then Kyogre, the god of the sea, and they're all three so cool. Rayquaza obviously being the coolest, and Groudon and Kyogre just having some aura alongside them.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. So, out of all the little regions in anime, which one was your favorite? Tough one, eh?
It's between Gen 1 and Gen 3, but honestly, the Gen 1 region, Kanto, my favorite, just has the 151 unique Pokemon. Everybody knows those Pokemon. Everybody knows the legendaries Mewtwo, Mew, and the legendary birds. Well, I guess Mew's more mythical. But yeah, I love Gen 1 region, and I love the characters within it. Ash started his journey there, and he had Pikachu alongside with him, who's another iconic Gen 1 Pokemon.
Couldn't agree more on that. So, if you were to have one Pokemon, not legendary, nor mythical, nor pseudo-legendary, what would it be?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
One Pokemon. I think the most versatile Pokemon I would want is Eevee, because I could make her anything I want. Any of one of her evolutions.
Like Vaporeon.
Yeah. My favorite evolution is, of course, Umbreon.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight aesthetic. So cool.
Would you say like an Edgelord, would you say?
Yeah.
Would you rather be Red or Ash?
Red or Ash? Red has a superior lineup with Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, the original Kanto starter Pokemon. But then Ash has a very overpowered Pikachu, an Ash Greninja, a Charizard of his own. But ultimately, I would choose Red. Red just has the better lineup, in my opinion, the more superior lineup.
I see. Right. How did you get into the franchise in the first place?
I got into Pokemon from Pokemon cards, actually. My first ever Pokemon pack, I pulled a Rainbow Rare Lugia GX, and that was for my first ever one. And that card's worth thousands of dollars today, but I just threw it in the car and I let it sit there, and I picked it up, and it's definitely damaged now, but it's still like a PSA 8.5, I'd say. Yeah, so Pokemon cards got me into the series, then I played the games and watched the anime. Love it.
So, Full Metal Alchemist, you know about that anime?
I do. I love Fullmetal Alchemist.
Like Full Metal Alchemist Other Brotherhood? No.
I like Brotherhood more than the original, yes.
I see. Now, do you think Edward Elric made the right choices throughout the story?
Edward Elric. The right... It's tough to say, but yeah. He made the right choices throughout the story. He made some interesting choices, like not stopping Scar when he had the chance and stuff like that, but yeah.
You think Scar deserved, redemption?
Yeah, Scar absolutely kicked the crap out of, what's his name, Wrath. So, yeah, or King Bradley.
Alright. Who do you think had the saddest backstory in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Just the Elric brothers, they wanted to bring back their mom back to life using a forbidden form of transmutation, and it didn't end well. End up, Alphonse lost his whole body, and Edward lost his arm and his leg.
I see. Let's move on to a different anime then, won't we? You know Berserk?
I do know Berserk, yeah.
Are you caught up in the story? Are you finished it?
Yes and no. The anime, absolutely not. The show, or the manga, kinda. It's spotty.
Do you think Guts is justified in his quest for revenge?
Yes and no.
Explain.
Well, Guts kills a lot of people just to get to Griffith, and I don't think that's the right thing. But what Griffith did, and yeah.
Speaking of Griffith, do you think he was a broken character or just
No, he's purely evil. I hate Griffith.
I see. So, do you think truly care about Guts before the eclipse, or do you think he's just
Nope.
another stepping stone?
Evil. Stepping stone. Griffith is a horrible person. My least favorite character in all of anime.
Who do you think suffered the most in Berserk?
Guts.
Not Casca?
No.
Alright. Now, you like Evangelion?
Yeah. It's top 5 for sure.
Which impact do you think had the most aura?
The third impact.
I see. That's the clear answer, of course. Now, who's your favorite character, Evangelion?
The baddie in the red suit. Forgot her name though.
Asuka?
Yep, Asuka.
She's 12, right?
No. No.
Yeah,
Only
she
in
is.
the original.
I guess, here. Now, let's just move into more general questions.
Okay.
Would you say anime is just for kids?
No. There's lots of R-rated anime. Berserk, one of them. Anime's not for kids.